Hello! I got a new camcorder. Hello! Hello! Hi, I'm Olivia Marsh. I was born on September 26th, 2000. This year, I actually celebrated my 24th birthday. So today, I would love to do 24 question and answers to celebrate my 24th birthday. Hello! Let's go inside. Before we start with the questions, let's make some coffee.
I was done going out, had enough of tasting
기분 좋아요.
잘하셨죠.
I am so obsessed with coffee.
can see
살짝 풀어주셔도 돼요. 뜨거우니까 빨리빨리 움직여야 돼요.
아, order up.
볼까요?
Look.
I won't pretend I haven't found my way. I've made my healthy share.
Cheers. Now let's do 24 questions and answers while making a coffee. Want to see me make coffee? My hometown is Lake Macquarie in New South Wales, Australia, but also Korea is sort of my hometown as well. Australia is such a beautiful country and I have so many memories from my childhood there. I grew up in Australia and I was born in Australia, so it's my first language. I have two names. One's Olivia Marsh and one is Mulkyuna, which is my Korean name. But my family and friends call me Liv or Livy. 저는 MBTI 옛날에 테스트를 했었을 때 INFP로 나왔어요. 근데 한 번 더 해봐야 될 것 같아요. INFJ인 것 같아요. So turns out I am an INFJ. Probably a mixture of both. I don't know if I dream in languages. Probably English, but like sometimes Korean, like 아뜨거 or 어머나 이런 것이 영어에 표현이 없는 것들은 한국말로 이렇게 꿈꾸는 것 같기도 해요. 까치한테 쪼여본 적은 없어요. But I will say that seagulls can be really scary in Australia. And I remember when I was living in Melbourne, I would go to a cafe that I really loved and I would get this like wrap. I think it was 3 times a seagull attacked me and it literally got the wrap out of my hand and flew away and like the whole thing. I hadn't even taken a bite. And so I was kind of like, okay, well done. Good job, you can have it. So if you're in Flinders Street in Melbourne, watch out for the seagulls because they're brutal. I find it hard to choose. I love blues, and I think at one point in time, lime green was my favorite color, but I kind of like autumn muted colors at the moment, I think. I loved making like rings, silver rings out of wax, and then you'd get them cast and then kind of polish them up. That was really fun. And at the moment 조금 멍 때리는 거 좋아하는 것 같아요. 그래서 그냥 침대에서 누우면서 영화를 보거나 음악을 듣거나 아무 생각 없이 쉬는 걸 좋아하는 것 같아요. I'm back. I feel like it's yummier because it's coming out of a pineapple glass.
There's nothing better than cake to go with your coffee. I'm gonna sketch it out first.
Okay, so pink cake. Oh, it's wonky. Or I got an espresso machine for my birthday, and initially I was like, oh no, you don't have to get me that, that's so expensive. And 근데 막상 그거를 쏟아 보니까 너무 행복한 거예요. So I'm very grateful to the people who gave me that gift. 저 너무 사랑해요, espresso machine. 뭔가 이렇게 하면 예쁠 것 같아요. 제가 진짜 좋아하는 아티스트랑 가수들이 많은데 I love Tame Impala and Emotional Oranges, and I love Hans Zimmer, and so many artists come to mind, but it'll take me forever to name them all. So I would be like dead if they followed me. 저는 제 동생이랑 진짜 많은 얘기를 하는 것 같아요, 음악에 대해서. Because we have really similar tastes, and we actually share the same streaming app. And it's funny because we get so annoyed at each other because when she's listening to music on that streaming app, it kind of stops in my earphones, so I can't listen to it at the same time. So we just kind of get angry at each other, and I always like send an angry emoji whenever I know she's listening. We got to figure out how to do the dual thing because we have the plan. We've actually bought the plan. We just can't figure out how to use it. It's like a clock. I do remember when I was really, really young, well, not really, really young, just kind of a little kid. I had piano lessons with this teacher in Australia, and she would kind of get her students together and let us kind of perform in a nursing home. And I remember we actually did a Christmas performance, and I can't remember the song I sang, but I remember that was my first ever performance singing in front of people. 저 엄마랑 아빠예요. 왜냐하면 I wrote that song about my hometown, so I think I felt like it was meaningful to kind of play it for them first. And I think it was my dad actually that I played it for first because he was like, oh, and he gave me lots of inspiration for some of the lyrics, which I actually ended up changing later on because it is about like memories I have with my dad. So I think it was my dad or my mum. Can't really remember. 42야? No matter what you say, I'm on my way. 저는 teleportation, because in that way you're never late to any 약속, and you can travel the world like whenever you want. I just want to travel every country, so I can like go to Europe in like a split second and anywhere in Asia. Definitely that. I literally have a set list of movies that I love. One of them is Sound of Music. Another is Inception. I feel like that one always comes up. I love any Ghibli movie, but in particular Princess Mononoke, that's one of my favorites. And there's this movie called The Piano, and I love that movie so much, and I love the soundtrack to it. So they're my top tiers.
Ooh, it's almost done.
Cake. 저는 수요일을 되게 좋아해요. And the reason being is, in high school, I remember Wednesday was the day that I had art class and music class. And so I always looked forward to Wednesday when I was a kid. So yeah, I feel like that's just kind of in my body now, and I just love Wednesday so much. 완전 good and 완전 hypo, because I've had so much caffeine. 그래서 오늘 진짜 잠 못 잘 것 같아요. 근데 너무 맛있어요. 여기 너무 예쁜 것 같아요. 완전 제 취향이에요. It's like so like cottage vibes. So I love it.
I think I really want to come here with my friends or my family. And I really want to make coffee for them too.
It's okay. I like it.
커피 짠.
Let's make cake. Well, decorate cake. It's already made.
Let's get to decorating some cake.
I'm like so focused. It's like so satisfying. 엄마랑 동생이랑 아빠랑 제 친한 친구로 느껴져요. I definitely have like friends outside of my family that I adore, but I feel like I'm closest with my family. Oh, I don't know. I've never thought of myself in that way, but I guess, thank you. I do love Disney princesses though. I love Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and who else do I love? I love Moana. She's so beautiful. 이거는 저는 진짜 엄마 닮은 건 인정이에요. Especially because I feel like we have the same eyes, and I feel like similarities and kind of like the soul comes out in the eyes. So I definitely think I look like my mum, and I think because my eyes look like my mum, I love my eyes the most. You guys, look at the cake. I almost want to write "Happy Birthday, Harry" on it, because it looks like the cake in Harry Potter. Now for the tricky part, I'm going to do the lettering. Imagine if it just like slides off and then falls. 사실 떨려요. But I'm also very, very excited, but still very nervous.
I feel like it's been such a blur up until now, but such an amazing experience so far. And I'm so excited for everyone to hear my music. Now it's time for the lettering.
잠시만요. 곱슬곱슬하게 나오고 있어요. L자를 썼는데 이게.
Oh, poor Liv, she's having a bad time. Let's fix it, Felix.
Oh, okay, I can fix it. 귀여워요. 귀여워요. L-O
Not too shabby.
V L-O-V-E. I love you when you love me. It's becoming cuter and cuter. 하트, 하트. I think I'm done. What do you think? I just want to look at the cake I made. You guys, I think I'm going to drop it if I do this. It's a cake. I'm going to share it, so I can't eat it now. Fighting? Let's go! Thank you so much, guys, for spending the day with me. I have had so much fun making coffee for the first time and decorating this little cake, which I want to eat right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!
Yeah, so 24 and 42. Woohoo!
완성입니다.
I just want to say thank you so much for spending this day with me. And I was so lucky I got to do one of my favorite things ever, which is drink so much coffee and get so hypo. I hope you've had an amazing day, an amazing week, an amazing month. Thank you again. And it's so nice to meet you.